Today's video is presented to you by the EA Creator Network. Special thanks to EA for providing me early access to College Football 26 to record this video. Please keep in mind everything you're about to see is still a work in progress and things can change. If you want to see more early access College Football 26 content, be sure to hit that thumbs up button on the video and subscribe to the channel.
We are ready for one of the rivalries that defines this sport. Ohio State versus Michigan. The scarlet and gray versus the maize and blue. To many fans on both sides, this is a one-game season. Ohio State, of course, defending national champions, but Michigan has bragging rights. They've beaten their rivals the last 4 times. Welcome, the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to get us going. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. The Wolverines offense has the football first here today. Well, Michigan versus Ohio State. I don't have to say too much more, but a lot was said after last year's Wolverine victory in Columbus. A lot of jawing. Buckeyes eventually use that as fuel to go on and win the national championship.
Usually when Ohio State and Michigan get together, not only the emotions, but the line of scrimmage decides the outcome of the game. And last year was no different. Michigan, to their credit, Mason Graham and company, dominating Ohio State's run game, pressuring the quarterback, and that's what eventually led them to a victory. They didn't have a whole lot going for their own offense, but their defense was dominant. And the Buckeyes, in my opinion, I think they used that loss as a springboard to their next 4 games in a national championship. Cannot wait to see the emotions on this field and what the results are this year.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. And on this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Big movement on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's McCulley. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to see a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that 1st down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense comes out for their first possession today. They'll be challenged today by one of the elite linebacker groups in the sport. They're impact players who fly around and are capable of just taking over football games.
Yeah, Chris, I think it's the versatility of what these guys do that really makes them so unique. I mean, they can play off ball and defend the run, and if you get into passing situations, oftentimes you'll see these guys blitz or get up near the line.
Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
Boy, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
After a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. It's a bootleg looking to throw. They've got him. Again, escape.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. That's reeled in. It's Tate. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening play. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Here comes a first down pass attempt. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. And there's the handoff. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. QB bootlegs here. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the +43.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Screen to the receiver in the flat. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw. It's Saying. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. When he comes for his second punt of the game. And the punt will bounce and roll out of bounds. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Pass caught, second down now. They snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the run, he'll let it go. He makes the grab. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Simpson. They bring him down to the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
and deep to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He's got room to run. He's in the clear. Here he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And that will give them the lead now.
Well, after not seeing any scores in that first half, make some adjustments at halftime. At least this offense has been able to put together a drive and finally get a touchdown up on the board.
Here's the point after attempt.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. They're going to run the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love this. Good job by this corner to come up, get physical, and bring the quarterback down on that option. Never gave him a chance to make his read and toss the ball out.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Ball handed off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Kirk, all these players are aware, if you can make your mark, if you can make a special moment, this kind of rivalry game, that's just remembered forever.
Chris, that's so true. I mean, I played in an Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, and unfortunately, Desmond Howard had his moment where he returned the punt. We're still talking about the pose. So it's a huge opportunity for these players, but I also think the players that press, the players that try to make plays, that try to have that moment, I think that can backfire. I think you have to let the game come to you, control those emotions, and find out if you can just go out there and eventually have that moment, but let it come to you.
The Wolverines moving quickly down the field here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Wants to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Klein. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the wide out. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. It's McCulley. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down. And the Wolverines will come to the line looking to convert on fourth down. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after one, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Brought that to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Play action here on first down. Pressure is coming. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
And now the 11th play on this long drive. They're going to run it here. Breaks into the clear. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter.
That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to run up the middle. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking for some space. It's Peoples. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pulls it in. It's Peoples. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. Coverage team brings down the returner. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They've got him down out near the 40.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
The Wolverines will send their punt team onto the field. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Quarterback still with the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Oh, my gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight, couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
The offense with 3 tight ends now in 1st down, trying to create a mismatch. The shotgun handoff here. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. The offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the tailback's got it again. Fighting off the defender. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break 1 tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So here comes our first play of overtime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. He's in the clear. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
So the offense will set up first and goal here in this first overtime. First and goal, handoff. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple of yards.
Brings up second and goal.
Second down and goal. And inside the deal now from the shotgun. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Here we go. Biggest play so far. Can the defense get a stop on third and goal here in OT? On third and goal, they'll try to run it in. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
And now for the crucial extra point to tie this up and force a second overtime. He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. Caught behind the line. It's Morgan. Tackled quickly after the
catch should be short of the marker.
The crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he is denied on 3rd and 1. Great defense.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So here comes the field goal unit out there trying to claim the lead here in OT. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. He missed it. And the game remains tied.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pocket breaking down. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
And this one is caught. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And, like, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Slides to avoid the big hit.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
1st and goal now as the offense tries to just punch it in and win the game right here. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball moved back to the 4 for 2nd and goal. The pre-snap motion from the offense. On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. And he's in! It's a touchdown to win the game! A double overtime classic.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.